Good evening and welcome to another night of basketball, our first broadcast of the 2024 season. I'm Darvin Graham. I'm joined by Hunter White this evening. Hunter, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Darvin. We're here in Independence on the road for the basketball team. Looking forward to an exciting matchup.
Yeah, boys basketball coming your way here. We're in the fourth quarter of the JV game right now, and we'll have varsity action coming your way in just a short moment. South Tama looking for their third win of the season. They closed out their 2023 with a win over Vinton-Shellsburg. That one came with a final score of 53-47. It was a real exciting win on the road for the Trojans. I know you caught that a little bit online. What were some of your thoughts, Hunter, on that win for the Trojans against Vinton?
Yeah, they started off very strong, got off to an early 10-point lead, 5-point lead, I believe, actually. And just as the game progressed, Vinton-Shellsburg tried to come back, and they were slowly picking away at that margin. But because we caused more turnovers, was able to get the shots that, those high percentage shots, mostly in the paint, able to lean on Cade and Tommy and Dolash, able to utilize their skills, get it to go on the road.
Yeah, so the leading scorer for South Tama, 3 players in double figures that night. Tommy Tynisma came away with the top scoring figure for South Tama. He had 15 on the night to go along with 7 rebounds, so kind of getting close to a double-double there. And he had most of that came from the free throw line. So Tynisma was 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. He had 1 three-pointer on the night and 4 field goals. And then it was Jeremy Dolash with 12. And Dolash again, a nice night from the line as well. He got to the line 8 times and made 6 free throws and made 3 field goals to go along there. And then Emerson Bridgewater chipped in 10 points. He did foul out later into the game, but managed to get a team-high 8 rebounds as well. So 3 players in double figures, and South Tama held only 2 Vinton-Shellsburg players. Their leading scorer had 12, and their next after that was 10. Both those kids sophomores. So South Tama getting its second win in the WaMaC Conference this year, and that's really exciting just from where they've been in the last few years, trying to rebuild after that 2018 campaign. And here we are in another nice matchup with the Independence Mustangs tonight, and we're excited to just see how this thing shakes out.
Yeah, the most important thing that our boys are going to need to do today is, I wouldn't say necessarily repeat what they did in Vinton-Shellsburg,
right,
but definitely have to apply their pressure. Their defense has been really good and kind of been the backbone of their wins that they've been able to get. Create some turnovers, and then on offense, we need to, dish it out in the paint. A lot of our points came from the paint against that Vinton-Shellsburg D, and if they can go ahead and get those points in the paint, they will be able to extend that out to the 3-point line. And if Tommy or Cade or one of our beyond the arc shooters can get hot, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Last year out, South Tama took a double-digit loss to the Mustangs, and of course South Tama a different unit this year. Some different players coming in. We had some graduated and 1 or 2 transfer out. So the composition of the Trojans team is different than what was in place last year. And also for the Mustangs, they have graduated a couple of kids. They have a starter from last year that transferred out. And they've got some returners and are an upperclassman team themselves. So it'll be a good matchup between the Mustangs and the Trojans here tonight. And I think on paper, Independence matches up as the favorite, but I think it's South Tama plays at their very best level. It's a winnable game or a competitive game for STC for sure.
Most definitely.
We do want to encourage our STC fans. The IA Wrestle Mr. and Miss Wrestler of the Year awards just got announced. The nominees for that. This will be the top 15 wrestlers in Class 1A, 2A, 3A for the boys. And since the girls are not classified yet, it's just the top 15 overall. South Tama's Maylee Ellsbury is among those nominated for that award this year. She's a senior, the defending state champion at 135 pounds. So this is a fan-voted award, and we do encourage any of our South Tama fans listening tonight to get out and search for that and vote for Maylee and tell everybody, to get her a vote. And, young lady that is still undecided as to her college plans. I'm sure she's got wrestling in her future, and these sorts of things are definitely helpful towards those endeavors. So get out and vote for that. So when you're searching, if you go to our Trojan Country Facebook, the last post that was put out earlier today, you can find the link there, or you can search iawrestle.com and look for the Dan Gable Mr. and Miss Wrestler of the Year voting.
Yeah, when I went in, did my voting today, because I just learned about this today, she was about 30 votes behind from the lead. So definitely, if we can get South Tama Trojan Country out strong, vote for her, get her to the top. Voting.
Yeah, I mean, she had a good number at this, earlier tonight, and that's encouraging to see how, the fans have kind of come out to support her. So let me see here.
Voting ends
there you go.
January 17th at noon.
Okay, so plenty of time. And just let everybody know to get out and vote for Maylee Ellsbury this year. Had a full night of wrestling at the Roundhouse last night. Boys and girls varsity were in action. And the Trojan girls swept their duels against Solon and Marion, and the boys split, taking a loss to the Solon Spartans, and got a win against the Marion Wolves. So congrats to those teams on their successes last night at home. Both teams are going to be on the road tomorrow. The boys go to Prairie City Monroe for an invitational tournament there. That starts at 9 a.m. And the girls, meanwhile, go to Ogden for an invitational there. That starts at 10. So if you want to look all that up on Track Wrestling and follow along, I'm sure they've got track casts going. If you want to check into the action or just see how the scoring is going on the brackets, it's a good way to do it there. So I'd like to say thank you to all of our winter sponsors this year. They include Berkwood Village of Tama, Toledo, Salt Creek Wind, Mercy Care Tama, Iowa Premium, State Bank of Toledo, Hardin's, S&S Car Wash, Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Appraisal and Realty Services, Robach Lumber, Stein Robach Floor Coverings, Medicap Pharmacy, Mark West and Hoyer Law Office, Assured Partners Insurance, Sharn Webbers and TFD Photo and Film. All of our Trojan Country broadcasts are made possible by the Charlie Townsley Memorial. We are going to take a quick break. When we get back, we are going to have an interview with two of our STC basketball cheerleaders. And so stick around for that. We'll have that as we get into the pregame show. We're about 14 minutes away from tip-off in this varsity game, and we'll have tip-off coming your way in just a few short minutes as well. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for being with us, Trojan fans. You're listening to Trojan Country.
Stop the battle within your soul. You know it's all in your head. Being sad doesn't make you smart. It seems your heart just needs a fresh start. Just you, who's too proud to let go. All your enemies you keep trying to hide, they don't exist outside of your mind. Higher than the
You better get used to that. Some things so far away. That baby is just that. What a way to wake up now and every day. Wonder if I'm strong enough to make it go away. All my friends have turned into shadows and become people that I just don't know. 'Cause some things you just can't have. You better get used to that. Some things so far away. And that baby is just that. Take me to the sun, put me in the light. Answer my questions, give me your insight. Tell me please now, which way should I go? 'Cause for the life of me, I just don't know. 'Cause some things you just can't have. You better get used to that. Some things so far away. And that baby is just that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Some things you just can't have. You better get used to that. Some things are so far away. And that baby is just that. Some things you just can't have. You better get used to that. Some things so far away. And that baby is just that. Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're talking basketball cheer with a couple of our STC basketball cheerleaders. I'm going to start off and have you say your name, say your grade, and how long you've been doing cheerleading. Go ahead.
My name is Maddox Sanachi. I am in 11th grade. I have been doing cheerleading for 2 years.
My name's Alyssa Bear. I'm in 11th grade, and I've been doing cheerleading for 3 years.
All right, so you both kind of returned to the program after cheering last year. I understand that one of the things that's different this year is that your guys are just cheering as one unit instead of having a boys squad and a girls squad. What is that difference like? What is the experience like having just one group that can go together?
Okay, so with that, Morgan, our coach, kind of separates us into you guys are doing girls and then you guys are doing boys, but we don't have any specific
Okay.
squad that we go with.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about cheerleading? What kind of has kept you going out year over year, and what are you looking forward to this season?
Mostly the stunting and the experience we get from each game being a new thing. Mm-hmm. And it's just relaxing, and just meeting all these new people. Yeah. It's fun.
How about you? What do you enjoy most about cheer?
I really like the positive energy. Everyone's really fun and they're, positive, I guess. And stunting's really fun too.
So let's talk about stunting a little bit. I know that's kind of can be a challenging thing or something that you kind of grow into as a group. What sort of stunts are you working on at this point, and how are you kind of working to improve in the stunting department?
So we're doing shoulder sits right now, mostly, but we're trying to go into hang drills so we can do the more complicated ones like...
extensions.
Yeah, like extensions.
Okay.
And cradles.
Yeah, mostly we're going slow, but it's working.
Yeah.
So first we have shoulder sits, then hang drills, then preps, then extensions, and then cradle for either two.
What's the most challenging part of pulling off those different stunts?
Just having it work, having everything in place, and just our timing.
Yep. So how long have you been practicing? I know we've only had one basketball game and it was away. How long has the practicing been going on for this season so far?
I would say our first week of practice was like a couple weeks ago.
So you've been at it a little while now.
Yeah.
What have you been working on in practice? What has this first couple of weeks leading up to the start of the season been like? What are the things you've been working on?
Just cheers and stunts.
Okay. And how many are out for the team this year? How many cheerleaders do you have?
There are 12.
Okay. And what are the different roles that you have in the whole group? Do you have some that are just doing one thing or another, or do you all kind of mix around and do different things?
We have captains and we have just normal people who are not like, basically us captains, we would call the cheers and like basically decide what cheers we're doing.
Nice. Do you have a favorite cheer? Anything that you enjoy to get out there and work on?
My favorite cheer personally is Dynamite.
Okay.
I really like Scared.
Got it. All right. And if you were to encourage a younger person that might be thinking about doing cheerleading, what would your advice to them be when they're considering whether or not to try out cheerleading?
You know, it's all about like, would you enjoy stunting? Do you like talking to people, getting to know them?
Yep.
Because we're a big team and like we have to have a certain synergy with each other when stunting.
Mm-hmm. Any advice to the youth?
Honestly, give it a try. It's fun, it's new, and it's a whole new experience. Like, you don't get this kind of stuff when you do other sports. Like, it's something fun to do, something fun.
When you're not doing basketball cheer, what other activities or hobbies do you enjoy and spend your time doing throughout the year?
I am in large group speech, soon to be individual speech. I'm also in theater. I also like soccer management.
Nice.
And I'm also in football cheer.
All right. How about you?
I do football cheer. I'm in soccer. I also do art club, and for a while I was in student council.
All right. All right. Well, thank you both very much for the time. Best of luck to you and the basketball cheerleaders, and we'll be excited to cheer along with you this basketball season.
Thank you.
Get on the plane, I'll pick you up. The sun.
Welcome back in live from Independence High School, Trojan fans. We are live for this varsity contest between South Tama and Independence. We are a minute and a half away from our start of this varsity contest, and we're going to just go ahead right into your starting lineups. First for the home team, it's going to be number 0, Cameron Dunbar. He's a 6'1" senior combo guard. Then it's number 1, 6' senior guard Jake Beatty. Number 3, 6'1" senior guard Josh Beatty. Number 4, 5'8" senior combo guard Trey Weber. And rounding out the lineup for the Mustangs, number 33, 6'3" senior forward Kyle Williams. The Independence Mustangs are coached by head coach Chad Beatty, and he's assisted by Dave Martin. And now for your STC Trojans. South Tama is going to be led by captain number 2, 6' senior guard Cade Rosenberger. Rosenberger coming in averaging 6.1 points per game. Then it will be at the shooting guard position, number 25, senior guard James Brandt. Brandt coming in, just getting into the starting lineup here the last couple of games. He's averaging 2.1 points per game, but has really been an energy player for this STC team. Been active on the boards and just in a lot of ways that don't always show up on the box score. Of course, he's a state qualifying track and cross-country runner, so a really solid athlete and adds a lot of speed and energy to the STC backcourt. Then at the kind of 2/3 position, it's number 5, captain Daniel Weiss. Weiss averaging 5.6 points per game. And one of the key returners after last year's 2023 squad. At the power forward position, it's going to be number 3, senior Tommy Tynisma. Tynisma standing 6'2", averaging 12.3 points per game, is the leading scorer for the STC Trojans. And rounding out the lineup for STC, number 23, 6'4", freshman center Emerson Bridgewater. Bridgewater coming in averaging 7.6 points per game and leading the team with 6.6 rebounds per game. Those are your STC starters as we get the starters announced here on the court tonight.
Yeah, kind of like looking at the Mustangs here. Of course, Josh Beatty is leading the Mustangs with 14 points per game. For rebounds, it's going to be Carson Rummel, who has 4.4 rebounds per game, and assists per game. The leader goes to Jake Beatty with 4 of those. So South Tama definitely going to have to get the Beatty twins, I think they are. They're going to have to make sure that they don't get as many shots off. They don't get the passing that they need to. So ultimately what our boys need to do is apply that pressure on defense. Defense has been really strong for us this year, especially with our wins against Vinton-Schellsburg. So get the pressure applied, create those turnovers, but conversely, don't make any turnovers. So far between this matchup, they have the leads on steals.
Yep.
So got to protect the ball.
All right, we're going to take a pause for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the tip-off. All right, we're ready for basketball here. Independence coming into this one with a 4-4 overall record. Their wins this year came against Union Community, Vinton-Schellsburg, West Delaware, and Wapsie Valley. They lost their last contest going into Christmas break. That was a 49-33 loss to Mount Vernon. So both South Tama and Independence have losses to Mount Vernon, Grinnell, and they both have wins against Vinton-Schellsburg. So we'll see how things shake out tonight. I think it's going to be a really nice matchup here.
It should be.
Independence going with kind of a small ball lineup against South Tama here to start. And they'll line up Kyle Williams against Bridgewater. Williams, he's given up at least 2 inches there on the tip.
Yeah, looking at here, 6'3" to our 6'4".
They've got Bridgewater listed at 6'4", but he's looking like a pretty tall 6'4" to me.
6'4"?
Yeah, right. All right, here's South Tama looking at Bridgewater at the elbow. Gives it off to Weiss. Baseline screen from Brandt. Back to Brandt in the corner. Rosenberger for 3. It's good.
How about that? Start off strong with a good 3-point shot, and that was a really good look there for Rosenberger. Now it's taken out to Josh Beatty. That'll rattle in and out, and eventually
Josh
goes
Beatty
down.
good for 2.
Cade Rosenberger is going to take it across the timeline. Passes out right-hand corner to Weiss. He'll dribble into the lane. Look for the shot, guarded by Dunbar. Tynisma drives into the lane, looks it out, passes to Brandt. Brandt's going to take it far, over to left-hand side, shoots up, gets his own rebound, passes out to Brandt. Again, rattles just a little too strong there.
Good second effort there by James Brandt. Just a little bit off the mark on the shot. It goes out of bounds. And South Tama, good to see them get points on the board early here. I think that just kind of gets things off on the right foot. And see if we can find another shot here. Or create one on the defensive end. Here's Dunbar on the baseline. First one's no good. Rebound goes to Daniel Weiss.
Takes it now to Nisma, left-hand side. Passes back out to Rosenberger. He'll think about it, call the offense. Brandt just right of the key. Bridgewater passes in deep into the lane and gets the foul to go.
First foul of the game going to go against Independence. And it will be against Trey Weber, his first personal. That sends Daniel Weiss to the line. We were just talking at the pregame. South Tama has managed a 75%, as we say it here, he misses one, a 72% team free throw percentage. So they have been up to this point shooting really well from the free throw line. Weiss has not been one to get to the line very often. He goes 1 of 2 there.
Able to get that one to go. And Jake Beatty's going to take it in the right-hand corner. Passes back out, top of the key. Now to Dunbar. He'll drive in. And that'll be a push foul called on Brandt. So far defensively, South Tama needs to be where they're at. Of course, you know, with a 2-point lead early, you still got to be feeling good. That's the big thing about the Vinton-Shellsburg game. They were able to get a strong lead going and able to sustain that through the rest of the game.
Jeremy Dolash will check in for James Brandt, giving South Tama a little more size underneath. Dolash has started a few games early in the year for STC, and Brandt has kind of worked his way into the starting lineup here. And Coach Craig Harrison, there's a shot from Josh Beatty.
Yeah, their point scorer leader. This one's going to be Rosenberger. He'll try to pass it out, and that's going to be a turnover.
Tie game here. It's the turnover on the South Tama end. Gives it back to Independence. Weber to inbound.
He'll take it. That's blocked by Weiss.
Goes into the stands.
That's a good heads-up play there by Weiss. Get your arms up. If you can interrupt a play like that, absolutely go ahead and go for it. Here's Jake Beatty. He'll take it top of the key, passes out to Dunbar. He'll take a deep 2, and
fadeaway is good for Cameron Dunbar, his first points of the night.
First lead of the night for the Mustangs, and that's stolen away. Jake Beatty takes it up and to the hoop. So first steal of the night for Jake.
That was just a plain, got his pocket pick there. It's going to be almost another steal. Rosenberger had a pass tipped out of bounds by Beatty. And it will stay South Tama ball. Rosenberger to inbound in front of the Independence bench, but with the officials wanting to talk about something here real quick.
Yeah, looking at the average steals per game for Independence is 12. And that's the average.
Yeah.
So definitely protection of the ball has to be key here.
Beatty, I believe, was going into tonight was leading Class 3A in steals at 33, I believe, so far in the season. So
definitely an aggressive defender.
And I think we're looking at the clock here, making sure.
Yep.
I don't know if South Tama's got 4. I've got him for 3, but
yeah, they should have 3. And with this was pushed out by Josh Beatty. So another strong defensive effort from the Mustangs.
Rosenberger with the ball again underneath the hoop, right to Weiss.
And one, count
it's
that.
The foul. That will go against Josh Beatty. Daniel Weiss with 3 so far.
This is his second trip to the charity line. That one misses.
Misses on the and one. Here come the Mustangs, quickly moving the ball. It's a steal. Daniel Weiss gets the steal. Up the court, fast break, and it's good.
Great job by creating that turnover by Weiss. This one's going to be Jake Beatty. He's going to take it in. And
another fadeaway from that left side. He gets the and one.
So Tommy's going to get the foul called on him. And this is the first time Independence will go to the line. And one opportunity. Lane violation?
Lane violation, no basket.
And so the lane violation will go against Independence. That will nullify the and one free throw opportunity. And so South Tama will take the ball up the court, trailing by 2.
Weiss, left-hand side. Looks in, dribbles out into the lane. Passes out, and that's tipped by Jake Beatty again. He's kind of got his hand all over the court tonight.
Yeah, a lot of disruption on both sides of the ball so far. And I think we'll see that settle down as we get into the game a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
First game back after a 2-week break.
Dolash out to Tanisma. Right hand. Side, dribbles in, creates penetration, passes out to both.
Miscommunication there by Bridgewater and Rosenberger. Bridgewater spinning into the lane. Gets it stripped away. That'll be a steal. Weber comes up with it, but there were a couple of Mustangs credited on that effort. Dunbar for 3 off the front of the rim. Weiss gathers the rebound. Some contact near half court, and will be a foul call.
This place would have absolutely erupted if they got that 3. So
yeah.
it's a good momentum sustainer for South Tama as they're only down by 2.
First substitute into the game for Independence, Creighton Iverson. He's a 6'5 junior coming in for Kyle Williams. And it gives Indy a little bit of size here.
Working down low as Bridgewater goes to his feet. He'll take the ball again. Double teamed in the lane. Gets pushed out, and that's going to be another turnover.
Oh, got bobbled around, and it just got kind of punched off the chest of Jeremy Dolash.
Almost at that point, you almost want to go up and get that contested shot. Of course,
yeah.
You got the heat bearing down, but if you can get that foul called, even better.
Weber dribbling up to the top of the key. Now to Dunbar, guarded by Weiss. Iverson looking for it down low, one-on-one against Bridgewater.
He's got to get his arms straight up. And with that, Dolash is going to get the rebound. Taking out Tommy Tynisma, drives into the lane, passes out to Bridgewater. He'll take it deep too. Rattles in and out.
Rebound goes to Jake Beatty. A lot of quick ball movement from Independence. They like to get it up the court and get their offense moving quickly. Another missed shot. Trojans gather the rebound. Tynisma from the right. Stops up at the baseline. Dumps it off to Dolash. He can't finish at the hoop. The loose ball gets tipped around to Tynisma. Rosenberger for 3. No good. And Dunbar the rebound.
Well, here comes the Independence Mustangs. Right-hand wing goes Josh Beatty. Out to the key. Back to Beatty. Going to drive into the lane there for Iverson. Gets no call, but gets his own ball back. And shot clock starting around to 10. Here's Beatty. Tried to get it with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. And Bridgewater able to come up with that ball.
Rosenberger puts the brakes on and gets it back to Tynisma. Tynisma driving, loses the handle, swings it out to Rosenberger. And he'll throw it away, trying to get it to Bridgewater. Mustangs quickly moving it up. Dunbar trying to finish the fast break. It'll be a foul called.
And this is going to be, an offensive foul. Yeah, he was kind of reaching over the top there as we get more substitutes coming in for the Mustangs. number 23, and I did not catch the other one.
Kyle Williams coming back in, and Deacon Iverson getting his first look at the game. They'll come in for Weber and Dunbar. Deacon Iverson, a 6'6" senior. So both Iversons into the game right now.
Good passing right now from South Tama. Weiss inside now for Dolash. Back out to Weiss. Dolash again. Good strong zone defense from Independence. Rosenberger's going to take this in. And with that, can't quite get that one to go for Dolash on the inside. A little too strong there. Williams able to come up with the rebound.
Long three there by Beatty. It's no good. James Brandt back into the game. He gathers a rebound. Here comes Tynisma. Downhill and a foul.
23 is going to be Deacon Iverson with the foul. Push will be the call. And more substitutes coming in as Weber and Dunbar come back into the game. Rosenberger to inbound. That'll be Brandt. Quick over to Tynisma. He'll take the space in the lane and gets that jumper to go.
Baseline jumper. First points of the night there for Tommy Tynisma. Good to see his shot going down.
Dunbar's going to take it right-hand side. Out to Weber. Going to try and call for a screen. Doesn't get it. Now over to Iverson. Back out to Weber. He'll take the three ball. Too strong, as this is going to be called South Tama ball. Last touched by Deacon Iverson. A good effort there, but couldn't come down with the ball. But South Tama with about 12 seconds differentiate the shot clock and the real clock.
Yeah, been kind of a messy affair here in the first, but South Tama just trailing by 2. See if they can close this one out on top.
Yeah, they got to pass the ball around. Weiss from the corner.
No good.
A little weak.
Iverson the rebound. Here come the Mustangs.
Three ball.
Three, and it's good. That was Cameron Dunbar.
So now with the shot clock off, can get the last points of the first quarter. Cade fakes the three, gives it to Dolash. All ball called, and that's last touch by South Tama. Unfortunate set of events coming in there. Now with 3 seconds left in the first.
3 seconds to go. Mustangs to inbound, and they lead now by 5 after the 3 by Dunbar. Their last trip down the court. Long pass up, heave up the court, and a whistle. They stepped out of bounds. So Beatty stepped out of bounds. That gives South Tama just 0.7 seconds left here before we go to the second quarter.
So Weiss will inbound, maybe get a shot off, maybe not.
Yeah, this would be.
Nope.
All right, we go into the second quarter. South Tama trailing 15-10. We're going to step away. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter after this. Thanks for being with us. All right, getting ready to start the second quarter. South Tama trailing 15-10. If you'd like an update from the girls' game over in Tama this evening, the Mustangs leading 17-10 midway into the second quarter of the varsity contest.
Way to go for our girls, able to kind of battle back some adversity there. As this one goes in and out for Iverson. Again, gets his own rebound, but again, a little bit too strong, but knocked away by South Tama defender. So, oh, excuse me, that was Williams. Williams got his own rebound.
Dunbar to inbound underneath the hoop to Williams in the corner. Goes baseline against Bridgewater, and he'll get the bucket to go. First points of the night for Kyle Williams.
Finally, third time's the charm there for Williams as he was able to get those points. Now, Ty Nisma's going to take it right-hand side. Penetrate into the lane. Takes a long, deep two, a little strong. Rosenberger to get the rebound. He'll look to go up, off the glass, and gets that one to go. So good offensive effort for Rosenberger. And that is going to be a turnover. Foul called on number 0, Dunbar.
Dunbar's first team foul.
To Nisma to inbound. Comes in close to number 15. Shermer in for the game for the first time tonight. To Nisma, right-hand side. Gives out to Bridgewater. He'll look to pass in the lane. He'll fake that. Out to Shermer. Bobbles the ball. With a steal
And it's
over
a steal by Dunbar. Dunbar layup on the fast break is good. Dunbar having a nice night.
We just need to pass the ball. We're too unsure of what kind of play we want to play here.
Yeah.
We just need to give and go. Just like that, and that's going to be a foul called on number 1, Jake Beatty. That is going to be his second personal. Rosenberger to inbound. Out to Weiss in the lane, gets it to go.
Good exchange there in the bucket by Daniel Weiss.
Here comes Josh Beatty. Too strong, and the rebound comes down for Bridgewater. This is going to be a travel call. So again, you know, that's exactly what you need to do. That last points there for South Tama. You just got to give and go straight to the basket. You got to apply that pressure offensively, and you know. Also, you got to get a good, strong defense. You got to get at least a couple more turnovers than what you have been getting.
Little assist there by the referee, getting the hoop, getting the net kind of straightened out.
So here's Josh Beatty. Passes over to Dunbar. To Iverson. Around the world there as Weber's going to take it. Left-hand side. Guarded by Shermer. Again, back around the world here, back to Creighton Iverson. Trying to get something going on offense, maybe something in the lane. That's stolen by Tommy Ty Nisma. It's one-on-one. Gets it to go. Tommy Ty Nisma.
Good bucket there by the senior. Trojans with a little bit of life here to start the second quarter. Independence has definitely been the aggressor in this contest so far.
In the lane, contested double team
Really
shot.
nice looking shot there by Josh Beatty.
Yeah, doing good things there in the lane. Rosenberger out to Bridgewater. Top of the key. He'll pump fake. Out to Weiss. And
Backboard violation. Weiss thought it was touched by Dunbar, but it will be called a backcourt violation against South Tama, turning it over to the Mustangs. Lead widening here to 5.
It's still doable. They haven't gotten away with it yet.
Oh, no. Very low scoring game.
Yep. Weber out to Josh Beatty. He'll take a deep and a nice swap. That's going to be a foul call, bringing him to the line.
And it's going to be against Tynisma. That'll be Tynisma's second personal.
So this brings Josh Beatty to the line. First one, nothing but net. Now coming in for South Tama is going to be Brandt and Dolash. Shermer and Tynisma will take a seat. Second is good for Josh Beatty. The full court pressure now being applied as Weiss is there alone in the lane.
Second time that connection's been good, finding Weiss underneath the basket like that.
And now that's going to be a foul called. This time by, I believe, Brandt. Brandt got the foul. So his second personal. Definitely a faster paced game than what I've seen in.
Yeah. And I think that's to be credited to the Mustangs. They're every time up the court, they're looking to really haul tail up the court to get their offense started.
Absolutely. Extends the lead to 6. Looks for 7. And
another lane violation. Second one of the night.
Wow. So that attempt is going to be no good. So Josh was 3 for 3 going into that. Now he's going to have to end up for 3 for 4. So another full court press as Dunbar is going to be guarded by Rosenberger. He'll turn on the Jets into the lane. Too strong. Rebound by Iverson.
Oh, no, Iverson, you're right. It's going to be a turnover. Weber trying to thread the needle down low, and it goes out of bounds.
So definitely things I like, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, things are starting to pick up here a little bit. The offense still not finding its identity yet, but the transition game has been there, and South Tama has been able to get some steal. Here's a steal by Independence. I think Coach Harrison would like to see a little more methodical approach. And there's another bucket by Beatty off of that steal.
Yeah, definitely need to get something going on that offensive end. I mean, they're getting good looks, but these turnovers are mounting.
Yep.
So here's Brandt, top of the key. Out right-hand side for Weiss, guarded by Dunbar. He'll drive over into the lane, passes back out to Weiss. That's going to be
tipped out of bounds.
Tipped out last.
Oh, wow.
What?
They're going to call that last touch by South Tama, but I don't. It looked like Iverson had that covered up when he knocked it out of bounds, but
yeah, I would have to agree with that. Because that was, I don't believe. Anyway.
Josh Beatty to the bench. And number 11, Braden Ritter, coming into the game.
And he's going to get fouled, and he will get a three-point play attempt as he goes to the line.
Foul is going to be against Cade Rosenberger. First personal for Cade. Second, third team foul for the Trojans. And here's Ritter at the line for 3 free throws. Good on the first.
That's just frustrating, of course. Now you're starting to let the game get away. If Ritter can make this, that's going to be a 10-point deficit, which he doesn't. But you can't let that beat you up. You got to create those turnovers, keep applying that pressure, don't let the steam out.
Last one for Ritter is good. 2 of 3 there.
Again, this full court pressure is going to be tough. Here's Weiss again into the lane. And that's a swat.
Swat by Iverson. And the loose ball will be a turnover. 3 is almost there, but no good. Ritter cleans up and picks up the bucket for 2.
Wow. Able to create that. And it again shows why, 12 steals game.
Yeah.
You can really see that in just how they play, and they play all ball.
Yeah.
That's good coaching.
All righty, we got a timeout on the court. I'd like to again remind our fans to check out the 2024 IA Wrestle Dan Gable Wrestler of the Year. Fan voting is open now. South Tama's Maylee Ellsbury is nominated in the girls bracket. And so go over to iawrestle.com, look for the Dan Gable Mr. and Mrs. Miss Wrestler of the Year voting, and that's open until January, 19?
17.
17th. January 17th is when that closes. You can vote once every 24 hours. So you don't have to just vote once. So vote once a day. Let your friends know. Let everybody in the South Tama community know to get out and support Maylee Ellsbury as she's competing for that award. South Tama's defending state champion. Currently ranked second by IA Wrestle at her 135-pound bracket.
3:01 left to play in the half. South Tama down by 12. Tanisma will take it across the timeline. Out right-hand side to Weiss. Out to Rosenberger. He'll fake the three. Over to Tanisma, who's triple guarded. Too strong on the jumper. Taken away by Iverson.
Here comes the Mustangs quickly up the court into the corner. Weiss traps up Ritter. He passes out to Dunbar. Behind the back into the lane. Dunbar, no good on the attempt. But it's saved by the Mustangs. Three for Ritter. In and out. Another offensive rebound for the Mustangs. And a whistle. Traveling called on Iverson.
Yeah, so glad that we didn't create another turnover with that one. That was difficult. Rosenberger now to inbound. Tanisma back to Rosenberger. Cade's got numbers. Too strong on the layup. This one's going to be taken back by
the rebound.
Out over to Williams. Dunbar, right-hand side. Guarded by Tanisma. He'll drive into the lane and gets a block shot called. So that is going to be
a foul against Cade Rosenberger. He'll pick up his second personal. Now the fourth team foul for South Tama. And that will send Cameron Dunbar to the line to shoot two. Good on the first. Into the game for the Mustangs. Number 23, Deacon Iverson, and number 3, Josh Beatty. They come in for Weber and Williams.
Mustangs coming into this game shooting 66.9% from the free throw line. And has definitely been improving that tonight as Dunbar makes his second. Rosenberger. Gonna dribble it out. Passes to Bridgewater. Tanisma, Weiss. That's gonna be a foul called. Holding on number 11, Braden Ritter. So 13 foul now for the Mustangs. Rosenberger to inbound. That's going to be a questionable
Another
throw.
steal.
Yeah.
For the Mustangs, here they come on the offensive end now. Travel called.
Okay, so applying that pressure, making them get a little winded, I believe. So hopefully can get some points going. Definitely a big scoring drought for South Tama now.
Yeah, neither team finding, real strong scoring rhythm. Of course, it's been better on the independent side of things. There's another steal underneath the hoop. South Tama's getting beat in the post tonight. Several just kind of stronger plays. There's a three. And Josh Beatty credited with the three.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but they've been taking good shots.
Right.
Rosenberger out to back to the lane, back to Dolash, back to Rosenberger looking for the three. Bridgewater is going to get fouled as he was trying to go into the lane. That's also another different look that I've been noticing is that Bridgewater's more posted up around the free throw line, and he's not necessarily in the lane underneath the hoop that we've normally seen him.
You wonder if that's just helping him stay out of foul trouble a little bit better and to kind of, you know, facilitate the passing a little bit more, having the taller body. There's Ty Nisman now into traffic.
He gets the and one
he gets the bucket. And we'll go against Creighton Iverson.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that because going into the Vinton Shellsburg game, Bridgewater had a lot of fouls early, so that kind of created, you know, he couldn't play as rough as he wanted towards the end there. So it definitely could be a scheme change there by Coach Harrison. Maybe kind of not posting him up early to maybe create more later game pressure underneath the hoop. So Dunbar's going to take this across the line out to Iverson. Three ball is good. Josh Beatty, the hot hand tonight. Bridgewater's going to drive into the lane and gets the charge.
He'll call the charge.
Can't get anything going on offense for South Tama. That's frustrating. That's tough. And, you know, part of it has to do with the scheme difference. As I noticed that we got, you know, people more posted in at the wings. So different look, different scheme. And, of course, you know, defensively, Independence has just been all pressure all the time.
Yeah. 38-21 lead here for Independence as they've really pulled away in this second quarter.
Williams.
And Rosenberger going to be tagged for a reach-in foul there.
Yeah, and that's going to bring Dunbar to the line as we have met the quota for the quarter. Double bonus. Dunbar with his first. Gets that one to go. Margin definitely growing.
Jake Beatty to the bench, into the game now for Independence, Dylan Isley. He's a junior guard. And Dunbar good on the second free throw. 13 seconds to go. First half coming to a close.
Rosenberger is going to be fouled. I'll bring him to the line. So Isley will get the foul. First time he's been in. So Rosenberger here for two. First one goes down. Definitely looking for some answers offensively. I wonder if they're going to change it up come second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see. The scheme changes at all. Rosenberger, one more shot, 8 seconds, 8.3 on the clock. Good on both free throws.
Under 5 now, drives into the lane, gets swatted away.
Bridgewater on the deflection. The last second heave there by Dunbar off the mark, and we go into the halftime locker room. Independence leading by 17, 40-23. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with a halftime report. Thanks for being with us on Trojan Country.
I was born in a town
Welcome back. It is halftime here at Independence High School. South Tama boys trailing 40-23 after 2 quarters of play. Some unofficial halftime stats for you. First for the home team. They've been led by a couple of real hot hands, seniors Josh Beatty and Cameron Dunbar. Beatty leading with 19 points. 6 of those came late in the second quarter as he got a couple of three-pointers to drop. And then Cameron Dunbar has 11. And that coming all sorts of ways. He's got some free throws in there. He's got a three-pointer and some two-point buckets as well. Then a few other players rounding out the scoring. Jake Beatty with 4, Braden Ritter with 4, and Kyle Williams with 2. And go ahead and give us the other stats for the Mustangs so far.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, Dunbar is currently perfect from the free throw line, going 4 for 4 with 3 defensive rebounds and a steal. Followed up there by Josh Beatty, who has gone 3 for 4 from the free throw line, but that would have been 4 for 4 if there wasn't a lane violation called. Big thing here is the Independence Mustangs have gotten 6 steals and created a lot of points off those turnovers.
Really have been higher energy on both sides of the court so far, and have created some fast break opportunities. And they're their full court, three-quarter court press has really proved effective. I mean, South Tama can break the press. It's just it pushes the pace to a place that South Tama doesn't seem comfortable with tonight, and that's causing some problems for the Trojans. Scoring-wise for STC, it's been with only 23 points, it's been a pretty quiet night so far. Only 3 players on the board at this stage in the game. Daniel Weiss had a nice first half. He's got 8 so far. That's above his season average of 5.5. And then Tommy Tynisma with 7 and Cade Rosenberger with 7. But Rosenberger is going to start the third quarter with 3 fouls, so he's going to have to be careful on that front as things have definitely gotten, challenging and aggressive from the Independence defense.
Looking at these other statistics here, Rosenberger 100% from the free throw line, going 2 for 2. Weiss 1 for 3. And rebounds have been there. Weiss got 3 defensive, Brandt with 1, Bridgewater with 2, and Dolash coming off of the bench with 2 defensive rebounds. Notably, we also have a block from Weiss and a block from Bridgewater, so definitely trying to create those turnovers. If they can get it, they need to keep on making those turnovers going into the second half.
An update from the girls' game over in Tama this evening. Independence leading 32-17 midway into the third quarter. It's 2:30 on the clock in the third. Independence leading 32-17. You can find that on the South Tama YouTube feed if you want to follow along with the girls' game at home. Meanwhile, we are ready to start quarter number 3 here in Independence. South Tama back on with their starting lineup. Bridgewater, Brandt, Weiss, Rosenberger, and Tynisma. And it'll be Rosenberger to walk it up, guarded by Jake Beatty.
Tynisma out to Brandt, top of the key, pass back out from the corner. Fakes the 3 to Rosenberger. He'll take a deep jumper. And first points of the second half go to Rosenberger.
South Tama was first to score in the first quarter, and they're first out the gate here. There's going to be a steal. Weiss picks up a loose ball.
He'll take the 3. A little too strong, but that's going to be contested there by Tommy Tynisma, and that's going to be a jump ball called. Possession arrow going towards the Mustangs. Weber will take it out to Jake. Jake will take it across the stripe. Out to Weber. Dunbar, right-hand side. Guarded by Weiss. He'll drive into the lane. He traveled. Another turnover created for South Tama.
2 quick turnovers, a bucket by Rosenberger, and South Tama off to a nice start here. Trailing by 15. They got some work to do, but a good way to get things going here.
Can start closing the gap here if they can get points off of this turnover. Cade, right-hand side. Passes around over to Tynisma. Bridgewater, top of key over by the free throw. He'll drive into the lane. Kick out to Weiss.
No good on the 3. Put back attempt there by Brandt. No good. Good effort, though, to get in there underneath the hoop. And he will draw a foul.
That's exactly what you need to do. Attack the rebound. And with that, you were able to get that swat. And that brings him to the line.
Foul's going to be on Jake Beatty. That's his 3rd personal. First team foul of the third quarter for Independence. And Brandt not good on the first one there.
It's first time to the stripe here tonight. And first time of 2024. Got to shake off the rust here.
Yeah.
Brandt for his 2nd. And
misses on both. Dunbar, the loose ball rebound.
He'll take it right-hand side over to Jake. Takes a deep 2.
Fade it away, no good. Here's Weiss on the rebound.
Able to pass it out to Rosenberger. He'll take it across the line. Tynisma, top of key, out to Brandt. Right-hand side, he'll drive into the lane, do a quick little spin. Passes out to Bridgewater. Bridgewater will get the foul. Dunbar called with the foul. Hopefully close the gap here. Weiss is going to call the offense here. Rosenberger out in motion. Over to Weiss, who just speeds it through, goes to Brandt, off the glass, and gets that one down to go.
Nice finger roll there by James Brandt, getting on the board. First points tonight.
Jake takes it out to his brother Josh. I assume they're brothers. This one's going to be Williams, too strong. Weber gets his own rebound, and he'll send it back out. 3-ball. Rattles up too strong. He'll get his own rebound back for that. And that's going to be a charge called on Jake Beatty.
So Beatty picks up foul number 4, and that could be critical. Independence has a fairly deep bench. We'll see how this foul trouble plays into things. Checking in for the Mustangs going to be number 5, Ethan Cahalan. Brandt to Rosenberger. Rosenberger, no good on the 3. Scramble near the half-court line. South Tama comes up with the loose ball. Trojans back into the lane. Rosenberger has his pocket picked. Dunbar on the steal. And now here are the Mustangs in their half-court.
Driving there by Josh Beatty and able to get that one to go in the lane. So Tanisma's going to take it right-hand side. That's going to be swatted and picked away again. Dunbar able to pick this pocket as well. It's been really difficult. You can really tell why the average is 12 steals a game.
Yeah.
That's just a very good stat to have, and you can see that tonight. Dunbar from the corner. Rattles in and out, too strong. It's going to be Brandt, left-hand side. Out to Rosenberger. He'll take a deep 3. Too strong on the effort. That's going to be a foul call. Push over the top there for Weber.
Fouls on number 4, Trey Weber of Independence.
Second personal for Weber. 4th team foul here for Independence. So an opportunity with 4:14. If they can get one more foul, South Tama can have bonus free throws until the 4th quarter. So we'll see how that unfolds. Trojans with the ball underneath their own hoop. Inbound to Weiss. Now Rosenberger from the left. Nowhere to go, spinning. And it's stripped away.
And turned over.
Iverson trying to get it to a teammate. Turned over. Steal by Brandt, or excuse, steal by Tynisma. And Rosenberger getting the and one.
So here's the opportunity now for South Tama. Goes into the double bonus. You got to play aggressive now and start chipping away at that lead.
One shot coming for Cade Rosenberger, as he's now the leading scorer for South Tama with 11. He misses on the free throw.
Goes over to Josh. Kicks back out. Bobbled the ball for a little bit for
Cahalan with the ball.
Cahalan. Yes.
Over to Beatty. Step back. Short off the front of the rim. It'll be Tynisma with the rebound.
Tynisma takes it across the line. He'll drive into the lane. Passes out to Brandt. Almost stolen away there because Weiss takes it. Kick out 3 from the corner.
Tynisma off the mark. Fast break for the Mustangs. Beatty, nobody in front of him, and he'll get the layup to go for 2. Timeout, Independence.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't fault it for that. You just gotta go up for the rebound. You gotta attack the rim, and they're just simply not able to get that going today.
I'd like to say thank you to our winter sponsors this season. They include Brookwood Village of Tama, Toledo, Salt Creek Wind, Mercy Care Tama, Iowa Premium, State Bank of Toledo, Hardin's, S&S Car Wash, Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Appraisal and Realty Services, Robach Lumber, Stein Robach Floor Coverings, Medicap Pharmacy, Mark Wesson Hoyer Law Office, Assured Partners Insurance, and Sharon Weber's TFD Photo and Film. All of our Trojan Country broadcasts made possible by the Charlie Townsley Memorial. Updated score from the girls' game in Tama. Independence leading 42-19 into the fourth quarter. Five and a half to go in the fourth quarter. South Tama trailing 42-19.
Hopefully South Tama here can again apply that pressure. You're in the bonus. Still got some change of time. 3:10 left on the clock for the third. So you can definitely use that to your advantage. Rosenberger going to inbound. Out to Weiss. He's really stepped up today in this game.
He's gotten some points on the board and really been aggressive offensively, and he's not always called to that role.
This time the jumper.
Tynisma was off, and then the putback attempt by Bridgewater was no good. Independence back with the ball. Dunbar to Beatty, guarded by Tynisma. Weber. Now out to Dunbar on the right side. They try and dump it off.
Bridgewater able to get this one picked.
To Carson Rummel underneath. There's a steal by Rummel. And it will be gathered up. Brought out to Weber at the top of the key.
Again, calling some offense here for Weber. Over to Rummel. Passes back in, guarded by Brandt. Dunbar dribbles out as the shot clock goes down.
Rummel for three, no good. Rebound by Beatty. Dunbar. And the Dunbar will get the and one.
Wow. And, you know, when you collapse at the hoop like that, you just got to go straight up, try and not create the foul. Sometimes you just got to give them the easy shot when they beat you in the lane like that. It's really difficult as the N1 opportunity comes.
Dunbar's free throw off the front of the rim, and Bridgewater collects the rebound. Another steal, this time Rummel picks it away.
So Dunbar's going to drive into the lane, tries to get the left hand off the glass, too strong on that. Tynisma's going to drive into the lane, now double teamed, and try to get the foul called, doesn't. This one's going to be rebounded by Weber.
Three-pointer is good for Josh Beatty.
20 points now the deficit for South Tama. And that is going to be, I don't believe there was a foul on that. Oh, technical foul.
Technical foul has been called on number 3, Josh Beatty.
Josh Beatty with the technical.
Must have just been some words exchanged, maybe.
Yeah, when you're getting hot from there. And
Rosenberger to shoot the technical free throw.
Get that one to go down. Looking for a second. And that one just a little bit too off to the right. But South Tama will get the ball back with this technical. South Tama trying to look for some hope here as minute 10 left in the third.
Yeah, it's really been Independence in control so far. Beatty will go to the bench after that technical.
So the three ball by Rosenberger is just off the mark. This time Dunbar's going to take it top of the key for Weber. Passes back out.
Ritter.
Dunbar misses it.
Steal
Here
by
comes
Daniel
Weiss.
Weiss in the open court. Layup is good. Daniel Weiss for 2. His first points of the second half.
Now with under a minute to play, Dunbar going to take it right-hand side. He'll penetrate in. Passes back out, and that's going to be a timeout for the Mustangs.
30-second timeout. Independence. 30 seconds.
We will be live next on Tuesday of this coming week. It'll be a girl-boy doubleheader at South Tama. The Solon Spartans coming to town. And so we'll have that live for you here on Trojan Country starting at 6 p.m. Girls varsity and then boys after that. So it should be another fun double-header action. And make sure to get out and cheer on the Trojans too if you haven't been out to a game yet. It's really a lot of fun having both teams in the house, and it just kind of brings the atmosphere up a little bit. And it's always better if you can be there. So definitely make plans to attend on Tuesday. Ian Vore will check in for South Tama, getting his first look of the night.
And that's swatted away.
Another steal for South Tama. It's going to be a pretty hot stat line for both teams. We've seen a lot of turnovers here.
Shot clock off. Rosenberger got to get the offense going. About 9 seconds to go. And he's going to be double teamed. Over to Tommy. He'll take a shot just off the mark. And with 0.6 seconds left to go, it is going to be called South Tama ball.
Trojans had 0.7 seconds left to get a shot off at the end of the first quarter, and here they are at the end of the third. Almost identical situation.
Want to get a good look here from maybe Cade or Tommy.
Weiss, one-hander into the corner, swatted away, and that will do it for the third quarter. We go into quarter number 4. Independence leading 49-32. We'll step away and we'll be back after this. Thanks for being with us on Trojan Country. And we're back live from Independence High School, ready to start quarter number 4. South Tama trailing the Independence Mustangs 49-32. An update from the girls' game in Tama this evening. With under a minute to go, Independence is going to take the win, and they are leading 50-29 right now.
Tough loss there for the girls, but they were able to get something going there in the first quarter. Always got to play all 4 quarters, no matter what.
Trojans back on with their starting lineup. Dolash with the ball now to Weiss. Bridgewater, Rosenberger, and Tynisma also filling up the court for STC. Rosenberger into the lane, gets it to drop.
Again, first points in this quarter as well. That's got to be an interesting stat line. Now over to number 33, Williams. He's going to spin around, and that's going to be swatted away by Rosenberger. Interrupts the offense there. And now Deacon Iverson in for the game. And Carson Rummel in for the game as well. So Williams to inbound over to Dunbar. He'll take it over right. Pressure being applied by Weiss. Double screen there, Bridgewater's there. Williams takes it. Shot clock under 10. Needs to make a shot if they got it. Beatty gets blocked, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Mustangs. Good block there by Tanisma. He'll take the ball over to Bridgewater. A little
Turnover.
bit too strong on the pass and lost it there. So Dunbar takes it top of the key, passes out to Williams. He'll fake and drive into the lane. Free throw line, doesn't get it. Weber comes in hot, gets the offensive rebound. Here comes Williams again, top of the key. Playing keep away here. Drive into the lane for Dunbar, too strong. And Iverson.
Spin move, and Deacon Iverson getting his first points tonight.
Kind of caught him in the washer there. Spun around and got the floater to go. That's difficult.
30-second timeout. The South Tama game did go final. No change in the score. The Trojans lose 50-29. Their first game of the 2024 calendar year. So next week we plan to have the Solon game live from the Roundhouse on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, South Tama Wrestling will be in action. We'll have that live from Williamsburg. It'll be Williamsburg, Center Point Urbana, and South Tama in action. Boys and girls varsity will be wrestling. So big night of wrestling in the WaMaC Conference on Thursday. Action starts there at 6 p.m. So if you can make it out to Williamsburg, guaranteed to be some of the best wrestling in the state of Iowa. Those programs are always featured in the state tournament, and should be a good night of wrestling.
Here comes Rosenberger. Tries to dish it out to Weiss and wasn't ready for it. And that's going to be a turnover called. That was a good vision there, and you had the good offense motion that you wanted. Just couldn't come down with it.
So some second string players getting some run here as the game really, South Tama has not really been able to push back into this lead since the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been really difficult kind of in the second quarter there where the Mustangs ended up scoring 25 points to our 13 in the second quarter. That's kind of where they started to pull away. It's all because of the steals. That's been the game changer here. Dunbar spin moves. And gets
Beautiful
that one
looking
to go.
move into the lane there by Cameron Dunbar.
Done with the three-quarter press. As Weiss will go into the lane, and he's going to be fouled. 33, so Williams will get another foul.
His first personal foul, team's first.
So Rosenberger will now look to inbound here. Dolash will bobble it, passes back out to Rosenberger, and that's going to be the last touched by South Tama, as Jake Beatty was just, again, trying to reach for the ball, and it's been all ball swatting that Independence has been able to muster today.
Here come the Mustangs now. Jake Beatty working the point, guarded by Tynesma. To the corner, Dunbar into traffic, skips it over. So Deacon Iverson, it goes out of bounds. Couple of reserves, or a couple of players checking in. James Brandt and Holden Shermer coming on for Jeremy Dolash and Daniel Weiss. It'll be Mustangs ball. Kyle Williams to inbound from the far side.
Three ball.
Beatty is good. This will be one for Jake Beatty, his first three-pointer of the night.
Brandt's going to drive into the lane, get the shot up, doesn't get it to go, and that is going to be rebound secured by Williams. Out to Dunbar. He'll take it across the line. Look for the three, but dishes out to Iverson. He gets that one to go.
Iverson with 4 points in the fourth quarter so far.
Oh, and this ball was picked away again.
Almost stolen by South Tama. Stays with the Mustangs. Dunbar will charge into the lane, and offensive foul called.
Nisma will get the inbound pass back out to Rosenberger. 4:24 left to play in the game. This is going to be dished out from Brandt to Shermer.
Shermer gets one to go, his first points tonight.
Number 15, Holden Sherman.
So Williams will take this over to Dunbar. Dunbar calls the offense right-hand side. Motion goes, kicks out over left to Beatty. Weber dishes, and the push foul called.
Trojans with the foul. Holden Shermer picks up his first personal. Second team foul for South Tama. Weber to go to the bench. Josh Beatty checks back on.
Williams to inbound, out to Deacon Iverson. Over to Dunbar. A nice dish out.
From underneath. And reverse layup there by Josh Beatty. Good looking shot.
Brandt, left-hand side, fakes it right and gets swatted away.
Steal by Dunbar, another one.
And more points on the board as Williams gets the rebound.
Who was that, Williams that got it, that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Williams got the rebound. That's his 4th offensive rebound of the night. So that is going to be a foul called on number 3. So Josh Beatty now with his 4th.
4th personal.
Bringing Emerson Bridgewater to the line. His first visit tonight. Too strong on the first.
Ian Vore comes into the game for Tommy Tynisma. And Ethan Cahalan comes in for Cameron Dunbar. 3 minutes on the clock. Emerson Bridgewater, one more free throw to go.
There he goes, gets that one to go in. This is stolen away by Rosenberger. Did he step out of bounds? That he did. So that is going to be a almost steal there for Cade Rosenberger. Now Callahan with the inbound. Over to Jake Beatty. To Josh. Deacon Iverson passes back out, top of the key. Williams faked the 3. He'll take
Halen for 3, no good. A lot of offensive rebounds here tonight.
that's his 5th now for Williams. And a handful more of South Tama's reserves coming on.
Tyrus Clegg and Jerome Capeu coming in for Bridgewater and Rosenberger.
Number 24, Jerome Capeu.
So Beatty goes into the lane, gets more points. 30 points, it looks like, on the night for Josh Beatty. Clegg over to Vore. He'll take it over. Clegg motions right. Dishes out and picked away. Can Beatty get to it? No, he can't. Good vision there. The pressure defensively for this Mustang team has been just amazing, in my opinion.
Kind of a full substitute here. Caden Tim and Jonathan Ebersol checking on for South Tama. They'll join Vore, Capeu, and Clegg.
So 2 minutes now left to play in the ball game. Capeu will take it top of the key, penetrates in, dishes out to Clegg,
Good
and he'll
pass
draw
there
the foul.
by Capeu, and
Clegg
Clegg gets
kind of
fouled, and he's kind of limping coming up.
injured. Do you notice that Clegg's shoes are different? They're
They are,
white up
yeah.
the left and
Interesting.
black on the right. That's a good look.
Misses on the free throw.
He'll take his second.
And the second one, no good. Rebound goes to Iverson.
Ritter will take it, top of the key. He'll dance around with the ball a little bit. And no good on that shot attempt. In the lane, too strong there again. South Tama ball. Iris Clegg is going to take it across the line. Picks up his dribble. The whole second unit now coming out for South Tama. As Capellu's in low.
Tim from the three-point line swings it over to Clegg. Clegg trying to drive inside against Ritter, kicks it out to Capellu.
10 seconds now on the shot clock. With 1:05 left to play, they need to get a shot off now.
Eversol, top of the key. Stops up the dribble, now Tim. Last second heave is no good for Caden Tim.
Yeah, they just got to get some
And he kind of just
looks.
got boxed in there.
Yeah. You got to get some more. The ball passing was there. At that point, you just got to take the attempt. So, under a minute now left to play.
Dylan Isley getting it over. Cahalan.
Last touch by Tyrus. Number 42 comes in there for Ian Vore. I believe that's
going to be Jose Plasencia.
It's going to be everyone from the bench. This one swatted away by Capellu. He'll get the steal.
And he throws it away in the backcourt. Three-pointer by Cahalan. It's good.
Difficult loss here for the Trojans. This ball's up. Swatted away. Iverson, Deacon. Points again. 69 now for the Mustangs. 71 now for the Mustangs.
Wow, really pouring it on.
Yeah, just no stop here as Clegg's going to take the heave.
Final score from Independence, 71-37. And the Mustangs get above 500 with a 5-4 record. South Tama falling to 2-6. Independence will next be in action. They will be at Benton on Tuesday, and then they will have CPU on Friday here at home. And they will be on the road to the Upper Iowa Shootout on Saturday, the 13th at Upper Iowa. South Tama, meanwhile, the boys will be in action on Tuesday against Solon at home, and then they will be hosting Williamsburg on Friday. We will not have the basketball games on Trojan Country on Friday. But you can check that out. There'll be a live feed from South Tama's YouTube from the boys' game at home, and then Williamsburg has a feed from their high school as well. So you can catch the action live. And let's take a quick break. We'll tally up some stats, and then we'll be back. We'll wrap things up here from Williamsburg.
Free
to the sky. Hide from the blue. Happiness you never knew.
All right, welcome back. Darvin Graham and Hunter White with you live from Independence High School. Final score here at Independence in this varsity game. The Mustangs winning 71-37 against South Tama in what was really a dominant performance by Independence. It got a little chaotic. A lot of turnovers, a lot of loose balls, and the offense for Independence kind of was in fits and starts a little bit. Josh Beatty had a really nice night. He finishes with 30 to lead all scorers, and he kind of got it done several different ways and got his three-point shot going, and was really the standout offensively for the Mustangs. Elsewhere, some unofficial stats. Cameron Dunbar finishes with 15. Jake Beatty with 7. Trey Weber with 3. Braden Ritter with 4. Deacon Iverson with 4. Creighton Iverson with 2. And Kyle Williams with 2. And go ahead with Independence's other stats.
Yep, the other stats here is they've been shooting 69% from the free throw line, most notably Dunbar going 4 for 5 from the line there. And then, from the rebound perspective, this is going to be led by Williams. He had 5 offensive rebounds and 2 defensive rebounds, bringing the team total for 11 offensive, 10 defensive, 2 assists. And I think the big stat tonight and kind of where South Tama lost it all is right here with the steals. Dunbar with 3, Josh Beatty with 2, Weber with 2, and Rummel with 2.
Scoring for South Tama was on the light side tonight. Cade Rosenberger led the Trojans with 14. Daniel Weiss had 10 at the end of the night. And then it was pretty quiet thereafter. Tommy Tynisma had 7. James Brandt with 2. Holden Shermer with 2. And Emerson Bridgewater, real quiet night, with 1. Some any other stats for the Trojans?
Yeah, absolutely. So going into this game, South Tama was shooting 72.5% from the charity line. Unfortunately, couldn't convert when they got to the line. Went 5 for 15 for 33%. 4 offensive rebounds for the team. Looking at 11 defensive. The whole share coming from Daniel Weiss, who had 4, followed by Emerson Bridgewater with 3, and then Dolash with 2. For the steals, that's a good stat that has slowly been improving here. Weiss with 4 steals on the night, followed by Tommy Tynisma. And Capeyu able to get a steal there towards the end, bringing the team total to 8.
So, reminder, we will be live on Tuesday for Solon at home. Boys and girls varsity will be in action. Start time is 6 p.m. Remember, vote for Maylee Ellsbury for the Mr. and Ms. Dan Gable Wrestler of the Year Award presented by IA Wrestle at Fairway. You can do that once per day on iawrestle.com. We'll have the link as well on our Trojan Country Facebook, so you can find it there. And that is up until January 17th, so plenty of time to get some votes cast for South Tama's first ever girls state champion, Maylee Ellsbury. So congrats to her on that nomination, and wish her the best. Any final words from you, Hunter, before we sign off?
Yeah, it's been a tough loss here for the boys, but they just got to keep on fighting, keep on going for it. Play all 4 quarters, and don't let the points, don't let the runs get at you.
All right, everybody, have a great night and a great weekend. Thanks for being with us here on Trojan Country. Good night, and go Trojans.